Hey, here we go again. How you doing? I got something I need to tell you that's very important. Um, I'm going to just make this as brief as possible because I'm gonna jump right into the subject matter because this is super critical. Okay, go ahead and subscribe right quick. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, hit the like, thumbs up, and also the bell. And when the menu come down, hit all so you can get all the notifications. But this is super important. I want to talk to you right quick about what's taking place with China and the lockdown. Okay. Now, you've been hearing this discussion about the supply chain, about, uh, the fuel prices, and you've been talking about the food shortages, the supply chains, and all these things. Okay, now this is what I want to tell you, and the reason why I have got to tell you this because they're not telling you in America. They're not mentioning this. What I'm gonna tell you on the news, they're not gonna tell you this. You all know, should know. I think they may have mentioned it that China has instituted the lockdowns again. But check this out. It's not the city of Wuhan, it's the city of Shanghai. Okay? And that is very, 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 I can't say it enough, critical to America society. That particular city that they locked down, the number one GDP is manufacturing and export. But dig this. The greater majority of the things that they manufacture are shipped to America. That's why you can go to certain stores in different places all around and you see made in China, made in China, made in China, made in China, made in China. Now let me break it down to you. The sanctions that the United States of America have placed on Russia is not hurting Russia. As a matter of fact, the Russian ruble has gotten stronger. Why? Because Vladimir Putin has instituted purchasing Russian oil only with Russian money, which is a ruble or gold. Gold or Russian ruble is the only thing he's taking for legal tender to purchase oil. What did that do? It caused the ruble to get stronger and the dollar weaker. That's the very reason why Muammar Gaddafi got killed by America, because he sat up there and with the African leaders and said, why are we messing around with this Plato-like monopoly money? It ain't good in the African country next to you. So he proposed creating a currency for the whole of Africa, not just each country, but all 54 African countries would have one currency for the whole of the African continent, backed by the natural resources that they have in the ground: gold, diamond, silver, cobalt, uranium, platinum. That would have completely 100% organically decimated every single currency on planet Earth. America killed him for that. Any other world leaders that set up and tried to come off the US dollar wind up dead or ran out of office or coup or whatever, all behind America. America behind it. Russia dropped a nuclear bomb on the United States of America when he instituted purchasing Russian oil with rubles. Bam! Because what has kept the US dollar afloat? Purchasing petroleum products with the US dollar. They called it the petrodollar. When Nixon took them off the gold standard way back in the 70s, they created an international law that you can only buy or sell petroleum product with the US dollar. That's what's been keeping them afloat. Anybody that set up and tried to come off the dollar wind up dead, except Putin. Why? Because the Russian military. You see, there's a reason why America spends so much on the military. There's a reason why China military is so good. And there's a reason why Israel military is so good. Because why? When you can whoop everybody's ass, you get to do what you want to do. That's it. Now, with Putin standing up saying, look, you can only get my oil with my money, the Russian ruble. Now, the sanctions haven't had a negative impact on Russia, but what it's done it done had a negative impact on America. Why? Because the Russians, this is what they ain't gonna tell you in America. Because America wants you to think, oh, it's the greatest country in the world, ain't nobody better. America ain't shit no more. It's little bitty countries raising up on America. Y'all didn't hear Iran president told America, go screw you, because America talking about placing sanction on Iran. So what did he tell America? He said, you gonna put sanctions on us, we gonna sanction your ass for the shit you do to black people in America. That's why we gonna put sanctions on you. Y'all ain't heard nothing else about Iran and sanctions from America, have you? Because see, now it ain't just black people busting Americans out for the shit they doing. It's other nations that's saying it. Even China. China told America, you got a lot of goddamn nerve to be standing up talking about us and human rights violations when you have for hundreds of years enslaved the people and still keeping them crippled to this day in your society. You ain't heard shit about America talking about China, have you? Hey. What now? Russia. Sanction ain't work. Why? Y'all don't know, hell, Russia been living under sanctions for decades. So that means Russians are used to living with less. So a sanction ain't gonna do dilly squat to them. Shit, Vladimir Putin told them. And then they were talking about, oh, America gonna take the yachts of the oligarchs. You know what they did? They floated them damn super yachts right outside the sanction zones. And people ain't stupid. They know this game. But well, hold up now. I'm telling you some stuff. This is what y'all don't know. Those Russian oligarchs that America was sitting up talking all that shit about placing sanction on them like America, whoa, big bad America, them niggas right over here with me. I used to wonder, what the hell am I doing in Israel? I see now, because I'm keeping track of all of this stuff on all these mediums, all this and that, and put it together so I can give it to you all in a manner that you understand it. Because most of my people in America, they too damn busy trying to keep the food, clothing, and shelter together that they don't have time to listen to all this stuff. And then a lot of my people, they haven't been interested for so long that they can't figure it out. So they need somebody like me that can break it down. So Russia, they've been living under sanctions for a long time. A sanction don't bother them, because Russians have been living with less for years. But check this out right here. Listen, this here. Americans have been living with more for years. See, it's a difference. Now let me get. Now I'm getting deep now. I hope you put it on, cause it's finna get funky. The sanctions are backfiring like a big dog on America, because the fact that the Russian ruble has gotten stronger and the U.S. dollar has gotten weaker. Because you can't get Russian oil with U.S. dollars no more. You get Russian oil with ruble or gold. So it was many countries that agreed, no problem. So they started dumping the dollar and started buying rubles with gold. Then it was a few countries said, no, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna stick with America. Well, they're gonna go down with the ship too. And then you got a few countries that they yet haven't really said what they're gonna do, either yes or no. But still, the ones that did decide to go on with it, It done made the Russian ruble stronger. All right, now, the thing about the sanction on the oligarchs, the Russian oligarchs made that money after World War II and still been rich. Yeah, they had super yachts, so they floated them outside the sanction zone where they couldn't be affected. Then, listen to this. They're over here in Israel with me. You know why? Oh, you don't know why they're in Israel? Because they all asses are Israeli citizens. They got dual citizenship. They're Israeli citizen and Russian citizen. So all the thing they had to do when the U.S. talking all this bullshit about some freaking sanction was fly into Jerusalem. They already got beautiful homes and paradise resorts. They've been, come on now, people. These folks are billionaires. They got cribs, houses all over the world. They sit right here in Israel where everything is business as usual. Where am I no damn sanction? You didn't know that, did you? Now, the next thing. The Russians have been used to living with less, and Americans has been used to living with more. Some of you all have already noticed food items not on the shelves are bare certain places. You don't, because it's not a lot at this point, you really ain't noticed it. You've seen it, but when you finish listening to this, and I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna see how it means something. Americans, listen to this. China shut down that major export city. 95% of most of the stuff is exported to America. Because the city shut down, ain't nothing coming to America. Ha! Whoa, hold up now. Hold up. Let me break it down to you. America is at Russia. Why? I told you, because Russians know the evil, wicked corruption that's been going on in the Ukraine and how America been hiding the money and also funding the biolabs to make these deadly contagions. That is, they over there creating contagions designed to take out people of Slavic origin, which is Russian. Putin knows all that, and all the other corrupt stuff he knows. So America been trying to keep a lid on it. Biden to keep their corruption covered up. Okay, now all this stuff they doing or trying to do against Russia is backfiring because why? The American people are beginning to see shortages. Now they were blaming everything on the pandemic. Now it's done become Putin is the problem. Putin ain't the problem. It's your United States of America government. You got a bunch of old ass 80-year plus people walking around the U.S. government that's been multimillionaires for years, totally disconnected from reality, too damn old to turn over in the bed, and they running the damn government. You know, once you get a certain age, you just really get to where you don't give a shit. And if you're old, ugly, white, and rich, you really don't give a damn. And that's who you got running around in D.C. A bunch of arrogant ass old fucks that don't give a shit, that ain't got no mind. That's why the dummies stood up there and talking about, why don't we just drop a couple of nuclear bombs on Russia? Nigga, don't you know Russia got just about the same amount of nuclear bombs as you, and they sitting over there with a hypersonic missile that could get there in 4 minutes and bomb your ass back into the Stone Age? But see, this dumb sapsucker would open his mouth and say something that like that because he's a U.S. senator that ain't connected to reality. I don't want nobody to have no nuclear war up in here because it affect all of us. I don't want these niggas to be doing what they doing. Because they get out there in their arrogancy and they'll mess around and destroy the whole damn world. But let me show you how this is going to affect the American people so bad. Because the American people are so addicted to having a lot of choices, anything they want, anytime they want. Let me break this down to you. You know, I met a sister say she was addicted to Starbucks coffee. Every single morning, she had to have one. Then I met another sister out there that in Arkansas, she was addicted to Coca-Cola and had gout. They finally went on, opened up and told the people that gout, the number one cause of gout is soda drinks and the chemical that's in all those soda drinks. They finally went on, opened up and told the people that the number one cause of gout in your feet are soda pops. That's what they said. And this was to say she was addicted to Coca-Cola. Now, let me show you this. In America, you can get so many things that you want. Whatever you can get at 3:33 in the afternoon, you can get it at 3:33 in the morning. Anytime you think about it, oh man, you know what, I'm hungry, I want a pizza. Pick the phone up, an hour or less than an hour, 30 minutes, it's there. And so you become addicted to these things and you don't even realize it. Because they're so abundant, they're so abundantly, readily available. Anytime you want it, you get it, but you don't even realize you're addicted because why? It's always there. You don't realize your addiction until you can't have that you're addicted to. And something as simple as a pizza, something as simple as a cup of coffee, you're addicted to. Don't even realize it until you can't have it. Now, let me share this with you. When I'm telling this information, I got to make it real to you on another level. Let's go to London. London had a lorry strike. No lorry was operating. Okay, lorry is trucks. See, like these big trucks here, the big truck, they call them lorries. In London, lorry. All right, now these are the trucks that deliver items to the store. See, they put the big trailers up here, the big, containers, and so they deliver different items to the stores. Now the lorry in London, they had this big major lorry strike, and they wouldn't deliver items to the stores. And so at a certain period of time, the stores ran out of items. But the item that I'm talking about in this particular example to help you to understand the power of addiction is cigarettes. When the trucks couldn't bring the cigarettes to the stores eventually ran out. Now, what I mean by eventually, okay, you go to the store, you see all these cigarettes on the shelf you can buy. And so in the back, they have big cases of cartons of cigarette that if something run out there on the shelf where the people buy it, they just go in the back, get a carton, come out and replace it. Now, that store has a big stock of everything it's selling. So when something run out on the shelf, then they just run in the back, get it and replace it. Now, when the trucks are not running, eventually the storage in the store runs out, because the trucks haven't been coming to replenish what's in the storage of the store. So now the store has ran out of cigarettes. It's none on the shelf and it's none in the back room because they done sold all the cigarettes. But then the person comes in, want a cigarette. Ain't none to buy. I don't know if you all know, you may know, but cigarette is one of the most addictive things you can put to your lips because of all the many chemicals on the tobacco. You become addicted to it and you have to keep smoking and keep smoking. And you know what? It really don't have to be like that, but because of the evilness of man, they want to keep selling you these things. So they put something in it to make you keep coming back. And now you are addicted to cigarettes. But the thing is, it's a chemical that goes into your system that excites your nervous system, that your nervous system now becomes dependent on it. And when you don't have that particular chemical, your nervous system act out and you become batshit crazy. Now you have an addiction of what they call a nicotine fit. They call the chemical nicotine. And so now you can't get no nicotine. So you're having a nicotine fit. You have a nicotine fit. You're having withdrawals. You ain't had no cigarette smoke in a while. And you see these people, they go out in the rain, they go out in the cold, wherever, they got to draw on that cigarette because they're having a nicotine fit. And so what happened in London when the lorries, the trucks couldn't deliver the cigarettes to the stores ran out of cigarettes, and all these people needing cigarettes, they were having nicotine fix withdrawal. They was going batshit crazy. And so they found out where the major warehouse was at that stored all the cigarettes, and many, many people stormed that warehouse and broke in it. The police was called. When the police called, wasn't nobody coming out the factory with nothing. The warehouse was nothing. When the police went in, boom, all these people standing up doing what? Smoking. That's all they needed to do was smoke a cigarette. So it was nothing the police could lock them up for. Breaking and entering, well, people went to smoke a cigarette. They didn't give a shit. Lock me up, I'm getting some cigarettes. So what is my point? Russia dropped a financial and nuclear bomb on America by instituting ruble and gold only to purchase its oil. That threw the dollar off the cliff. It was already sliding down. It's off the cliff. China, who is in harmony with Russia, said they locked down the major manufacturing city in the whole country of China, and 95, 97, almost 100% of the goods are exported to America. Just go to Walmart. There's a ship called the Mercic that has 12,000 full-size containers. And Walmart ordered one shipload full of shit, 12,000 containers full of shit for Walmart from China. That city is one of the major city shipping stuff to America. And I read the article. When the boat comes from China, it's packed 12,000 Zim containers full. Not the half-size container, not the quarter-size. The big full-size Zim containers. That boat can carry 12,000 of them packed to the roof. All this shit is from China for Walmart. That's just one store. Now, other companies order, but I'm just talking about Walmart. You go to Walmart and see how much shit wrote China, made in China, made in China. Now listen to this. China dropped a nuclear bomb on America also. Why? By shutting that city down. You see, you have to ask yourself, in 2022, what will war look like? What will war look like? When we got nations that have nuclear missile, America, Russia, China, Japan, India, all these countries with nuclear bombs, you drop a few nuclear bombs, if you don't see the flash or feel the impact, get killed on the spot, radiation gonna kill you later. And then if you ain't near none of that where it actually happened, then nuclear fallout is supposed to make the sky black, block the sun, and eventually you dead. Don't nobody want no nuclear war. But Russia told him, Vladimir Putin told him, he said, man, there are no winners in nuclear war. What are you talking about? Okay. So what's the nuclear bomb that China dropped? When China told the world they're in cahoots with Russia. Okay, America's screwing around with Russia. China ain't too cool with America neither, because America talking about some human rights violation dealing with the Uyghur. China said, what about your slaves? Knuckle. You gonna say something about us in human rights violation? Screw you, knuckle. You know what I'm saying? So China said, hey, y'all go sit in the house. You got COVID. We trying to stop the spread of COVID. So y'all go sit your asses in the house. You can't come out in the street. And they got robots running around telling people, stay your ass in the house. Stop, get rid of that desire to be somebody and all this and just conform. And so the whole damn city is shut down and nothing is coming from China. Now, this is what I'm peeping you up on. You got to understand this. When that store ran out of cigarettes in London, the people was having nicotine fits. They found out where the major storage warehouse was at, broke in it just to smoke cigarettes because they were addicted. Now you in America, and you get up and you go to the store and you get your favorite whatever. And one day you go to the store and it's not there. What do you do? You see how they work that? That's war right there. China struck hard. Russia struck hard. America talking about, wait, hold up now. America talking, so how much oil does America get from Russia? Do y'all know out of all them billions and billions and billions and billions of barrels of oil that Russia sell all over the world, America only get 3 measly percent. 3%. So you tell me, how the hell 3% gonna cause your gas prices to double, triple, and damn near quadruple? And they say cost of Putin. 3% ain't making no damn damage in the 350 million plus people buying gas. And you tell me 3% gonna make this shit go up all across America? No. No damn 3% of oil gonna cause the gas prices to go up from $3 to $8. Damn near $9. They lying to you. But at the same time, because the U.S. government has been so arrogant to so many different countries, these countries are turning their backs on America. And so I'm telling you that since Russia instituted that buy Russian oil with rubles or gold, the U.S. dollar, the last breath was choked out of it. Then, since China locked that city down, Shanghai, and they produce everything for America, nothing is coming to America. And let me show you how it works. You take a big store chain like Walmart. Walmart, they have fulfillment centers all across America, big as an airport. When I was out there driving rigs, I used to go to Walmart fulfillment centers delivering freight to them. And all of that was going to their stores. And you had hundreds and hundreds of big rigs all day long delivering stuff to Walmart fulfillment center. They offload your skids and then stock it, and then the other trucks of Walmart get it and take it to the stores. Now, all that stuff was coming out of China. Okay? Just like I said. Now, because the city shut down, no manufacturing taking place, none of that stuff is being shipped to America. The Walmart fulfillment centers eventually going to get empty with all these products from China. And then you're going to go into the store, your favorite store, where you was getting your favorite items. They're not there. So what you going to do when everything is gone? What I just explained to you about this manufacturing shutdown in China, the United States government is not going to tell you that. You're going to be left ass out on your own, and they're going to be gone. But your big brother from Israel is breaking it down to you. It's going to be months before it really get that bad, because they're not going to bring it around. You see, what you're really looking at is two major powers, superpowers on the planet, is mad with America because of where America been treating it. And see, this ain't just started, because you remember Russia is a part of BRICS, right? BRICS is Britain, Russia, China, India, and South Africa. They called it BRICS. And they formed their own financial unit because they were sick of the way the IMF, International Monetary Fund, was treating them, which is backed by America. So they broke away from that, and those 5 major nations established their own financial, union. Now, China don't like America for the arrogancy and great disrespect America has shown China over the years. So when China said, okay, we'll shut that shit down, and that way America don't get nothing. Now, what's going to happen is what I'm telling you, it ain't going to really manifest on a major scale until months later. We're in April now. You might not start seeing real heavy ramifications until November. Around November is where you're gonna be like, damn, where this at? Ain't none. Where that at? Ain't none. You out of this? Ain't none more. And the next thing, just like a friend of mine, when I said you need to prepare, it's best to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And so her question like, prepare for what? I said, prepare for when the electricity ain't there. Prepare for when the water is not there. You go to your tap in your house, ain't no water coming out. And then prepare for ain't no food in the store. You know, there's a generation of children that when you ask them where food comes from, they say from the store. There's a generation of children where if you ask them where does the apple come from, they say out of the store. They don't even have a clue that this stuff is growing out there in the dirt. And so to prepare is what I'm telling you. For the day you wake up, there is no electricity. And so the question was asked me, so what electricity got to do so with you getting water to your house? I said, because those electrical plants are not producing electricity. She said, so what's so important with China? I said, America get megatons of coal from China to fire those power plants. That's why they always talking about fossil fuel. So here's something to think about. No water, no electricity, and no food on the shelf. What are you going to do? I took 31 minutes and 44 seconds to break that down to you. When there's no electricity, when there's no water, no food, what are you going to do? See, I'm telling you early. You still got time for November to get here. But what if the day come and you don't have them three? No electricity, no water, no food. Today is right now time for you to start planning. What are you going to do? Six words. You know, like I gave a suggestion. Some people, they are already dealing with those survivalists. They call them preppers, you know, survivalists. You got a lot of those brothers and sisters been out there in the military and they know, been real trained, survival on the land and all kind of stuff. It's time to start getting with those type groups and get yourself together. MREs, meal ready to eat. They good up to 20, 25 years. Now, let's prepare and be ready, you know, prepare for the worst and hope for the best and hope don't nothing ever happen. At least won't nobody say, hey, did nobody tell us and, you know, we was ready. So anyway, that's what's coming down the pipe. Russia now wants ruble or gold for the oil. America's only been getting 3% from Russia, which that ain't enough to impact them prices the way they have. China shut down a major manufacturing city, and that means many, many goods are not going to be coming to America. And just to make sure, I have talked with a good friend of mine over in West Palm, and he did verify to me that yes, there are certain items not on the shelf when he go to the store. Now, again, because it's not a lot of them at this point, you may have noticed and you may have not noticed. But it's going to get to a point where when you notice, it's going to be too late. You're going to be in it then. So I'm trying to peep your own game, how they say, you know, spit game, peep your own game, and put your mind on it so you can start dealing with it right now to determine what you're going to do. That's the question. What are you going to do? And then focus, like, okay, so one sister asked, so what coal got to do with electricity? I say that, you know, when you hear them talk about fossil fuel, I say a lot of them electrical plants are ran by coal. They take coal and heat the water up. The water boil, make steam turn the turbine turning, produce electricity. They coal-fired plant. They still using a lot of that. And a lot of that coal come from China. So what happens when you ain't got enough coal to fire them electrical plant? The lights go off. Those electrical generating plant goes off. The lights go off. You ain't got no lights, so the question was, how did that affect the water? Hell, you need electricity to turn the pump to pump the water to your house. You ain't heard of a water pump? The water pump runs by what? Electricity. So you see, the system that you living in is so sensitive that everything affects each other, and one of those things not functioning properly offset the whole show. You don't have no electricity. That means your food in the refrigerator gonna thaw out and rot. You don't have no cool drink of water. You ain't got no lights on. You ain't gonna have no water coming through the pipe. You can't take a shower because ain't no water there. And then the way you're living in America, everything is dependent on the services working. But like when you go to these other countries, third world countries, where you go and get down there acting the fool because they living like they living, they got water and you don't. You understand what I'm saying? They not addicted to shit you having withdrawals because you can't get a cigarette, can't get a Starbucks, can't get a Coca-Cola, can't get your favorite Taco Bell, you can't get your favorite pizza, all this shit, your cell phone. What you gonna do when you ain't got no cell phone? Can you remember somebody's phone number? Nope. So you see how we living in these developed cities, what they call developed. I don't like to say that. We've gotten used to stuff that's so convenient that what are we gonna do when that stuff ain't there? And so look, if half of what I'm saying is absolutely not true, and you ain't got to worry about that. But that other half that is true, you need to be concerned about it. Yes, you do. Have I been doing something? Yeah, I tell you what I've been doing. There's a group down in A-Lot that they've been living off grid for years. The shower, everything, the no water, the no food. They completely self-sufficient off grid. No electricity, no running water, no facility. They grow their own food out there. They ain't got abundance, a whole bunch of useless shit they don't need. They not addicted to anything. They living just fine. That's who I've been, extracting information from. Oh, you think I'm just blowing smoke up your butt? Shit, please. You better get ready for this. Because China done shut the city down. They literally have locked the people in. And you be asking, man, where you get all this shit from? See, when you sit up there and listen to that sterile propaganda network called CNN, where they pushing their agenda, and MSNBC and Fox and all them other networks of propaganda, they're not telling you nothing but what they want you to know in order to sway your opinion and get you to do what the hell they want you to do. Just like they bringing out Barack Obama to lure the Negroes into voting again for them so they can continue to do nothing for niggas, but pass all the money out to everybody else. Y'all better wake up and get ready for the day that the electricity is not there, the water not there, and ain't no food on the shelf for you to buy. Now, I told you this because I love you like I always do. Love you from the basement of my heart to the attic of my mind. I love you 24/7. That means I love you all the time. Bye.